So yesterday, the third episode of Star Trek Lower Decks in Season 4 in the Cradle of Vexilon dropped. So this is going to be my review of it. I do apologize, this review is going to have to be a little short, but that's just the way it's going to be. But getting in, I would say I do think the other two episodes were much better, but the heart of the episode really was Boimler. Basically, this is the first mission where basically he's in command, and so he's, understandably, nervous, freaking out, like to the point where he does the entire mission himself because he's so nervous about it going wrong. And only do they come to the mission when, he actually gets his team to do the work. Because they were willing. He wasn't letting them because he was so nervous about the risks, about somebody getting injured on his, or even killed on his watch, that he basically does the entire thing himself, like I said earlier. Of course, once, some pep talk from Tillin and a few other realizations, including the time crunch, got him like, oh yeah, I need to trust my team, I need to let them do the work. And then they accomplish the mission. But this is also very important. At the very end, there's one last thing they need to do, which is dangerous, not originally in the mission parameters. And so, Boimler is the one who does that. So still, he's basically the greater risk, the less acceptable risk. He takes on himself in the heat of the moment. But that does show he is a good leader. He just needs to have confidence in his abilities and in his teams. And once he has that, he will be, I think, a great commander, if not captain, someday in Star Trek. But yeah, and of course, that's, I don't know how Lower Decks is structured. Lower Deck stories may be the actual A and B plots, but in terms of, how other Star Trek shows, the actual A plot, if you will, has to deal with a supercomputer. And I got to say, this is one of the best supercomputers because he's not evil. It's nice to see a supercomputer, an AI that's not evil. So now we have Vexilon, Data, and the Doctor. They didn't really need to work on that in Star Trek. But anyhow, and things are going wrong, and the supercomputer, Vexilon, hence the title, he is basically embarrassed by things going wrong, which is just, it's endearing. And even when Freeman does the software update slightly incorrectly, once they do everything correctly to properly reset Vexilon, and he's back to normal, and he's embarrassed. I really do like it. And then of course, there's the plot with Milner, Tindy, and Rutherford, where they're just being hazed. That's pretty much what it boils down to, but I gotta say, the hazing is just having to scan every isolinear chip in the computer by hand, so it's at least, better than what hazing often can be like in the military, from what I've heard. But still, you would think Starfleet is better than that, but you know what? It's still showing that they are only human, if you will. But that's just kind of the brief plot summary, some of my thoughts on it all. But I really gotta say the best part was Boimler's story, because he was learning to be a commander. He had it in him the entire time, but his own insecurities and his own doubts basically got in the way of him being a commander. Only once he stopped letting those parts of him dictate how his behaviors, he rose to the challenge and successfully led his team to complete the mission. And that's really the heart of the episode. But those are just my thoughts on it. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. And as always, have a good day, a good night, wherever you are. Live long and prosper. Thank you for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to give this video a like, as well as subscribe to my channel and ring that bell to stay up to date on my latest content. Also, be sure to check out the link tree in the description, as well as any other links I have down there.